Oh, Keith.
Oh, you love Keith Haring. Obsession with Keith.
I have 9 tattoos of Keith Haring.
Awesome.
Also, I'm not whipping the other nipple out either for that tattoo, so that'll be the After Dark special.
Okay. I think we already had the After Dark special at the end of the main show, yeah.
We started it as the After Dark special. He's my favorite artist. I read his journals and the way he like thinks of art and like how he makes his work so universal, so the audience connects with it more. I very much believe in like creating art and having it not be so black and white, cut and dry, to leave it a little open-ended so the viewer can connect with it more and make up their own story. Rather than like when I was in college, I always wanted to do more open-ended things, and my professors were like, well, you really should depict this. I'm like, well, I'm not gonna do a cat playing baseball, because you look at it, you go, well, that's a cat playing baseball. It's
right.
Like, all children's book stuff. I was like, no. I love Keith Haring. He's great.
Wouldn't it be great to get a time machine to go back into the day to the time when he was just randomly doing those figures on the subway? Tear them down,
everything.
Take them back to the future and be rich.
I love it. I love it.
Do you own all the like Adidas Keith Haring stuff too?
Yes. When Uniqlo came out with like the MoMA collection,
right,
and Forever 21 did too. Me and my best friend, we're obsessed. We like went and we're like, we're buying doubles of everything, every size, like ripping it off hangers, ordering it online. We need all of the Keith Haring clothes. And I'm really glad that Sasha Velour is like starting to like show people who that is, but I swear to God, the first person who comes up to me at DragCon and looks at my Keith Haring tattoos and goes, oh my God, is that Sasha Velour inspired? Mm-hmm. They will die.
Well said. Look at him.
Oh, Fina. That's the one I stole the death splat from.
Oh, okay. Hey Qween.
She's fantastic. She was featured when Katya and Trixie were doing this too.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because
she's good friends with Katya?
Yeah, they've been best friends for years.
Right, yeah, I remember.
Because Fina was one of the first drag queens I ever met, ever knew, and she's really an incredible entertainer. She's just like so committed to a performance. And like, she's awesome. She's a really great queen. She just moved to LA, actually.
Oh, really?
She really should like get her shit together and like, no, but like, she's just like, she should get on Drag Race. She should really just like, she'd be so great. She needs like a little bit of a push. She's the driest person I've ever met.
Really?
Like I have a dry sense of humor, but to her, sometimes like with her, it's like, she doesn't know when it's enough, and sometimes it's too much. So a lot of like her friend, like sometimes I'm like, we'll be sitting in the car and I'll be quiet, we'll be hanging out, because she'll be like texting me, be like, hey, let's hang out, and we hang out and we like drive to the fabric store and we're just like sitting in the car, and I'll ask a few questions and she'll just deadpan, like not look at me, but be like, you ask a lot of things. And then look at the fake watch on her phone or on her wrist. But she's incredible.
Now, do they from World of Wonder give you a mimeographed sheet with possible queens and everyone gives a vote?
No. No.
Is it a fill in the blank action?
No. I think we can tell them like when casting comes out. Like some of us have been like, hey, you should check out this girl's audition tape. Right. But it doesn't really matter.
No power. Well, maybe some power. Look at her.
Oh, Kimchi.
Kimchi.
She was also one of the only other girls I followed before Drag Race, and like she was like the other Acid Betty. She's like, I'm Kimchi. I'm like, God damn it. But her, I kind of expected, because she's so big on social media. Like me and my friends before I left, we were like, I was like, I wonder who's gonna be on this next season of Drag Race, and we were like talking about it, and we we're like, oh, Kimchi. Kimchi's definitely going to be on. There's like no way that she's not going to get on this show. Right. It's like not that I have no insider information. That is just like, there's some girls who are so good at what they do, and it's just like almost inevitable that they're going to be picked up by Drag Race. If they throw an audition tape, they're going to be like, oh, they're going to snatch that and be like, yes, you. She's incredible. She's an asshole too, though. She's convinced America that she's a goddamn sweetheart and an angel, and she can do no wrong, but she is the shadiest bitch. It's very dry and offhanded, so it just like kind of like takes a minute, but I love it.
All right, look at him.
Oh, is that me? Is that LAILA chick?
Yes. Looks just like you.
In case you didn't know who that was, it did say Beetlejuice
Yeah,
on it.
I got it. That I figured out. The Beetlejuice I got.
I love that movie. It's so good. I don't get how people aren't obsessed with it. He's just so crass. And Winona Ryder in that movie is so like... I actually hate the ending of Beetlejuice because I hate that Winona Ryder's like, yay, I'm wearing a schoolgirl outfit and I'm so happy. I'm like... The best part of the movie is when you're melodramatic, like rants at dinner with like a veil. Like, it's so good. It's my favorite movie.
A one-woman show version of Beetlejuice in your future?
I'll do it. Mm-hmm. I can be Winona Ryder.
I think that would be good.
Yeah.
Peaches calling Peaches Christ. Look at her. Thor.
She's another one that I knew of before I got on, and she's so fun. She's my favorite thing about Thorgy is how convincing she can tell a lie, or how convincingly she can fabricate things. Like she makes up stories, and like some people like they think that like, oh, Thorgy's a liar. That's not really appropriate. But I listen to these stories she tells, and she says it so convincingly, but it's obviously like not true. Like she told one about like for the Haters tour, or no, the season 8 tour that they went on. They're like, Thorgy, what's your favorite part about season 8? And she was like, oh, well, my favorite part about this tour is like when Kim Chi was like, oh, you guys, I'm gonna go get some food. And then she threw herself down the stairs and she fell down 15 flights of stairs and cracked her head open and she was bleeding out everywhere and she died. She died right there. And she's saying all these things, but she's saying it so convincingly.
Right.
Or at in the finale, when we were filming the finale, we're like waiting to go on, and it was after they crowned Cynthia as Miss Congeniality, and we're outside and she's smoking. We're like waiting to go in so we can film the winners. And they're like, what did Cynthia win again? What was her prize? And Thorgy goes, it's a car. And they're like, oh shit, really? That's so great. And even I was like, oh wow, good for Cynthia. And so I was like, Thorgy, are you serious? She's like, yeah, it's actually 2 cars, I think. And for a second I was like, oh my God, Cynthia. Oh, wait a minute.
Well, one thing that she says that is not a lie is that you're the drag racer she'd most like to fuck.
Yeah, when we came out with that, when I did that World of Wonder video, the like top 10 Drag Race boys out of
yes,
drag,
you did.
She was very upset that she was not on that list. So was Bob. I went to Bob's house and he was like, "Oh, LAILA, it's so good to see you. Can we talk about why I wasn't on that video?"
Look at her.
Oh, what's on the menu?
Smalls.
Every day is Wednesday. I think Naomi is one of out of all our whole cast, the one I hang out with the most and talk to the most. And like, she moved to Chicago, and then I moved to Chicago. So we're always out and hanging out. She's just so chill and like very surprisingly like very giving and compassionate for someone her age. Like she really is such a good friend and really looks out for everyone, and like that like comes from being like in a family where you have like 1,001 siblings.
Totally.
She's awesome. She's like a dumb kid but very compassionate.
Okay, here's another thing you can get on a t-shirt with her face.
She is like she's 23 years old. So am I. We're a bunch of idiots.
I agree. Look at her. Just kidding.
Okay.
Oh, is this Areola?
Yeah. You know who she is, but you didn't know the ones that are labeled?
Well, I know because this is one I have no idea who it is, and when they say the one who comes up that you don't know is the one LAILA's having beef with.
Yeah. I guess I don't want to say anything too bad because I don't want my car to be set on fire.
Oh, okay.
To get like rocks thrown at me when I'm walking to like LAX or something. But, I don't follow her. I don't know her. I don't see her on social media. I think she's a little problematic, and I don't like to be around problematic people.
All right, I think we'll leave it at that. All right, look at her. Detox.
I love Detox. She's so...
I thought you said you didn't like being around problematic people.
We should probably do like another after-school special and redefine the word problematic.
Right.
I love Detox. She's one of my favorite Drag Race girls. I really think she's one of the few that is just like so. She's at like an untouchable level, and also like can get away with anything. She's just like she's so beautiful. She can pull off any look. Her numbers are always so like well calculated and confident. She's funny. She's caring. It's just like. I always say that when I go to other cities, before I go on Drag Race, after I go on Drag Race, like other gigs, that the 2 Drag Race girls that I think are the best in terms of like traveling, going to gigs, are Detox and Tatiana. I like to shorthand it. They're super nice. They're very professional. Their numbers are good, and they're both fucking idiots and sluts.
I like it.
And that's just like I mix so well with them. She's just so cool. She has a lot of family in Chicago. So like we've seen each other on the road a lot, and I've come to LA quite a few times, and every time she's out of town when I'm in LA, but I see her like I'll go to my like the regular bars I go to in Chicago, and she'll just be hanging out. She's in Chicago all the time. And I'm like, oh, hey,
here you are, Detox.
There you are.
Hooray for idiots and sluts!
Yay!
All right, I think we have 1 or 2 more. I don't know. Look at them.
This is the last one, John.
Okay, and let me just do that again. Look at her. B.O.B. Big ol' bottom.
B.O.B. Oh, Bob. I'm also very close to Bob in our season. He, for some reason, puts up with me and tolerates me and also enjoys me. He's so nice. When we're on set, he's so willing to just like help out a friend, and he laughs at some of my jokes. I don't know if it's out of pity or whatever, but I'll take it. Making Bob laugh is really fun. But we did a tour in the UK together.
Oh, that must have been fun.
It was so much fun. I love traveling with Bob. She's just so easy to work with, and like she was a well-deserved winner. Love Kim and Naomi, and they are doing all the things that they would have done even if they did win. They are traveling and all doing great. Bob was so well-deserved and so humble and gracious and like just so funny. So funny.
Are you sure you don't just like traveling with Bob because you and Bob's assistant cruise for daddies at all the sex clubs?
We actually don't. Me and Luis like don't. It's like we come together, like we'll be like in the UK we're like looking through. I'm like, oh that one, but like I'm like the only one who's like not trying to sleep with Bob's assistant. Like actually just like Luis.
Well, that's good then. That's probably a relief for him.
But Bob's great.
Love it. Well, thank you very much, LAILA MCQUEEN, everybody. You did a good job, sweetie.
Thank you, both of you.
Thanks for being here,
Thank you
honey.
for having
so
me.
much fun to have you. Love your look. Thank you, Lady Red. How are you over there?
I'm good.
Barely hanging on.
She needs more
Candy.
Reese's.
Yeah.
But I just want to let you know, I can see your pussy from here. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching the show. Thank you, LAILA. Thank you, Lady Red. Thank you, Galaxy Cat. He's transported to another universe already. And we'll see you next time on Hey Qween. And, of course, look at all. Bye, everybody. Look at all. There she is. There she is. Where? Look at all. Bye, everybody. Look at that.